Hello, welcome back to Simply Exploring and Adventuring with Lewis. And today we're coming to you from a nearby preserve called Crow's Nest Preserve, which is part of the Natural Lands Trust. I have been to another Natural Lands Trust site, preserve as well, and I will be returning back to. It is there on the map, and I'll bring you closer. We are right here at the parking lot, and I did not know it, but looking at their map, we are here, and I have been there, and I will be making a return trip to Green Hills Preserve. I have never been here before. I saw this by chance on the map, not by chance, but on the map for French Creek, how it bordered as part of Hopewell Big Woods, it's called. And I also saw it when we were at St. Peter's Village as well. So I was meaning to do a stop in here if I got a chance today. So I know you're not doing nothing, so let's go that way. And as I said, I've never been here myself, so it's a Friday, so I'm not sure. It says that the visitor center is open by appointment or by chance, so I'm kind of hoping for the latter, that it might be open by chance. And from what I can see already, it's pretty neat. Now, I did speak to a young lady that works here as she was doing her trimming, and she said there are a number of trails that we could take. There are short ones and there are long ones. And it looks like that over there is supposed to be is not wheelchair accessible, but it has a ramp there. And oh wow, I wonder if you can go up there to explore. Now I have a feeling it's probably going to be closed, or I don't have a reservation for the place. Spend time, pithy sounds. Okay, and this is the visitor center here. Beautiful building. It's like an old barn building. And while it doesn't look like it's actually open at the moment, nope, they do have things in here, either events or oh no, I was just wondering if it was open today or not.
No, but if you need a bathroom, there's one around the corner that should be open.
Okay, thank you. Now let's investigate where the restrooms are at. Because I was drinking a lot of fluids earlier. Beautiful. Beautiful. Hey, it doesn't want to stay still. Oh, it's right here. So I did pick up this handy dandy little Crow's Nest Preserve trail guide. So I'm going to see which trail I'm going to take. So give me a moment while I open this up and see which trail we're going to go. And This is similar map to the one that we saw out front. And their longest one looks to be 2.6, the Deep Woods Trail, and the Creeks and Chiefs Grove Trail, moderate. The Fox Hill Trail is only 0.3, but it's difficult. So we are right there. We're here at the restrooms of the visitor center. Now I need to figure out which trail is the one I need to take. They're color coded. Now there is this red Deep Woods Trail, but I don't know how you. Then there's the yellow Creek and Chiefs Grove Trail. It's moderate. They're all moderate. The Hopewell Trail is half a mile, but it's difficult. And it takes you over to the furnace from here. So I was looking to do a small one. Where's that green? It's the Deep Woods Trail. So I am certain we have to go this way at some point. Okay. Hold on, I'm just going to keep it running for a little bit here till I orientate myself. So it looks like I got to go this way and then go by a small road here somewhere. Beautiful. There is a residence here. I don't know if I'm on their I don't want to be on their property. Well, so it looks like I gotta go down this way. Oh, I could have actually gone, taken it right from the, well, I still would have had to come down Harmonville Road here. I think I'm going the right direction. Okay. That's Harmonville Road. I gotta figure out. Well, there's the sign. I'm trying to figure out my way here. North Side Pond. Okay, there's Harmonville Road. Okay, I went from, but I don't know if I went from there. I think I'm here at the end of this road. Pearsall. Okay, I'm at Pearsall and Harmonville. I'm at Pearsall and Harmonville. I'm trying to look at myself on the map here. There's Pearsall. And there's Harmonyville Road. So I'm probably around here. Looks like I might be going the wrong direction. It's the other way. Or I can just go back to the car. I just wanted to come and check it out. Did want to walk part of the trail. Sorry for pointing on the floor so much. Still trying to get my bearings here. Okay. So apparently, from the visitor center here, why does it seem like it goes up Harmonyville somewhere else? Hello. Which way is the Deep Woods Trail easier to get to?
Deep Woods is that way.
Ah, I thought I was going the right way.
So, go down the stop sign,
All right.
to the right, cross the creek over the bridge, and go down that driveway to the left. It looks like a private residence.
Okay.
Head down that driveway, and
I was reading my map the right way.
yep, you'll pick up the red trail from there.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Thank you. Well, I thought I wasn't reading my map correctly, but I was. All I had to do was turn right. Of course, I should have just asked to begin with. Would have been probably a little easier. Well, I just turned around the corner there, as he said. He said across the creek, but I see another arrow right there. Crossing French Creek. And then there's a little view of French Creek here. Said I'll see a driveway. And I didn't bring my hiking shoes, so hopefully these will hold up for me today and not cause any tripping. See some signs over there. I don't see any oh, right here. Okay, I found it. This goes around through here. Living filters. You can see stuff about, so. Similar to, it reminds me a little bit of when I went over to, oh, what's the name? To another one we're going to go to after this. Property. So it says it's privately owned, but we are welcome to walk the trail. During the daylight hours. Okay. Looks like it goes up that way. Restricted area, that means it's very, very private property. And then we're going to go walk right through. How you doing?
Yeah.
All right. Not sure how much. I'm going to try to do some of it. Or it looks like it's a big loop, a giant loop. It goes uphill and all that, so I'm not sure I'm going to be ready for this today. I was planning to do a different one as well, but with the temperatures getting a little so does it go that way? Oh, it turns this way. It's basically a cut path, mowed path. Fortunately, I did bring my water pack today, just to be on the safe side, because I knew there were going to be sections that were going to be open. And much like another one that I'm going to visit, is similarly to that, where it goes through fields and near pasture lands and all that. There's wild, that's probably wheat there. And there's an easier way to get them if you need to also. Up the main road here, there's a sign. Also trying to acclimate myself more to some extreme temperatures too as well. It's supposed to be, I think, mid 90s today. Low to mid 90s. But with the humidity and all that, it's going to be closer to feeling like 100 degrees out here. Sorry, I'm breathing hard. Haven't been out for a couple of weeks now. Whew. When you're out in the open, you really do feel the temperature differences. And I'm going to stop here a little bit. I'm trying to stay in shadier spots as possible. I gotta reroute my spigot here, my hose, so it won't be flopping all over the place. Ooh. A beautiful corn. It'll be ready soon. We got a good batch here. Looks like a nice batch of early corn. Though they're still not quite ready yet, as you can see. They still need to mature a little bit more before they either harvest it for animal feed or sale. I hope it's sweet corn. Man, I wish this trail actually followed alongside a creek or something to be a little bit, well, on a less hot and humid day. This will be a great hike, I'm sure. And it's relative, I mean, it says it's moderate. So, see how moderate it really is. It does have its moments, shady moments. And of course, when you hit the open spots, it's like a wall of heat just hits you right in the face, wallops you right in the face. But I hope you're enjoying this hike with me. I wasn't originally gonna do a long hike here. I was gonna do a slightly shorter hike, actually almost half the length of this one, maybe even a little more than half. The other one was only I was gonna do was a 1 mile loop, but they also have a 1/4 mile loop, which just for today, I don't know if I'm gonna do the 1/4 mile loop over there when I get to the other location. At least it's very shady, and I'm gonna hydrate so you won't be hearing me talk so much. Should have brought my hiking boots, but I didn't, so. Oh no, the dreaded open air loop. Now the map said 2.5, actually 2.6, depending on which one. 2.1, 2.6. So either way, it's like 2.5 miles. I mean, the mileage ain't no problem for me. The heat is, but luckily I have my water pack with me, which despite it adding a few more pounds. Oh wow, look at the berries. I don't know if they're ready yet. No, a lot of them are not yet. They will be though. I forgot what berries those are. I don't remember if those are edible or not. They look like they're edible though. So we are basically doing a perimeter trail. Most trails are. Now it said somewhere through here that there's a foxtail, something like that, trail, or fox trail, that it's only maybe a little over a quarter mile, but that it's rated difficult, so it might be all uphill. That's probably why. Might be an all uphill half-mile trail. You know, this is where I get kind of confused because I didn't see a sign anywhere. And then this continues that way, but then this might go to another field or something. Let me see. Ah, right here it says. Right here. So, Deep Woods Trail Loop. Ah, so this is the loop. That was just bringing us to the loop. Oh my goodness. That didn't even bring us to the... That didn't even bring us to the actual... I thought that was the loop. But apparently, this is the actual loop. And it looks like it's out all in the open. Luckily I put a little bit of bug spray, but it didn't bring no suntan lotion for me. So I hope I don't get burned out here today. Just cuts through a field, and I hope this doesn't overheat my camera here today. I kind of had an issue with it while filming another something else, shall I say. Excuse me. Usually don't burp like that much, but it's an interesting trail though. but I can understand why they call it deep woods. And like I said, I wasn't planning to do this today, but since I was here in the area, I figured, why not? Now I do plan 2 more stops today. This one was actually an unplanned stop. The other 2 were planned. But since I happened to drive by this when we were coming by critical habitat, straight up ahead. Oh yeah, I see the sign on the tree. Oh my gosh. And I'm very I don't know. I may not do the other hike due to the level of warmth will be later. And it continues this way. Oh my goodness. It is a huge, 2.5 miles. I was really only going for, hopefully, there was a half-mile loop, a half-mile trail, but it's like a connector trail that I saw. Now I understand sometimes why other YouTubers won't film like their trip back, but since I'm just doing one big loop, I'm hoping to film it all. Having to switch hands for my selfie stick here. And I hope we eventually hit the woods soon. At least in there, it's not so bad. But when you're out here exposed, look at that. See what you miss. Oh, beautiful breeze hitting us right now. Okay. Normally, I wouldn't do something like this today unless I'm in a very shaded trail, but not in this open trail that I am in right now. It's not that bad. It's just every once in a while we start going uphill like we are now. And the body wants to say, hey, it's hot. Why are you doing this? I was in the military myself, so I did get used to sort of the road marches, 5-mile road marches. That's even more grueling when you're wearing combat boots. The only saving grace was the wool socks that we wore. I'm trying to keep moving. Hopefully get to another shaded area. Maybe I could slow down a little bit and walk a little bit more calmly to give myself a little rest. And number two, cool myself down. And we are gonna find a little bit of shade, looks like, or, ooh, even better, something I was looking for earlier, a bench. Oh my gosh, as you can see, I'm sweating galore. I wouldn't recommend this on a warm, humid day like this. This would be a perfect fall walk. I mean, a nice fall hike here, or even late summer when it just starts to cool down, right before it hits the fall season. Sorry, I have to get stuff out of my eyes. Sweat wants to roll into my eyes. There's a little shade here right now, and the sun is being obscured by the sun temporarily. So I will take a little respite here, and we'll see you down through that hole there. That one. Second one, this hole. And like I said, I wasn't originally planning to do this hike. I was hoping to do the half-mile hike just to get a feel for it. Not to do a 2.5 or 2.6 mile, I think it's 2.5 deep woods trail hike here as part of this, what is it again, the Crow's Nest Preserve. Have to remind myself where I'm at. Like I said, I've never been here before, and that's all I needed for now. Now I feel the coolness of the woods here, and it gets a little bit more rockier and more hiking trail like-ish. So I'm gonna continue you in this view for a little while, for a little bit, so you can enjoy my perspective as well too of what it's like on this trail now. Before, I should have showed you going up the mowed path through the fields and all that, but now it's going up and in through the woods, which I love, but I don't have my hiking boots on. Instead, I just have my regular sneakers, which already had a mishap in before that caused my ankle, sprained ankle before. But we'll be a little bit more careful this time because I'm in the middle of nowhere here, and I don't think anybody knows I'm here, which is foolish, I know. Usually I do let my daughter know at least where I'm going to be at, just in case. Sometimes she wants to come along. I doubt she would have wanted to come today because of how hot it is. She probably would have said, another day, Dad, when it's a little bit cooler. And I would have been like, okay, no problem. I'm still doing it. I mean, at least coming out here to the French Creek area and to Hopewell, which you might have seen already before this. My tour of Hopewell Furnace. If you haven't, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you won't forget to be reminded of adventures like this and that. And like I said, I don't mind the heat sometimes. It's when you're on it constantly, and unfortunately like today, it's a very humid day, and most places advise, most radio stations and television stations are advising against doing any strenuous activity. By strenuous, I mean hiking in the woods. Thankfully, it's shadier here now. And you know what? They named this pretty good, Deep Woods, because we are deep in the woods. Now, I know it's supposed to do a loop into the woods and eventually, oh, there's, okay. This is a way to cheat too, sort of. I'm sorry to say that. But this is that fox trail that I was telling you about, fox something trail. Oh, I'll get you the name really quick. Sorry, I'm doing this on the fly here. And I gotta get my glasses on real quick. It's called the Fox Hill. Fox Hill, it's 0.3 miles and it's rated difficult. So I'm assuming it's gonna be more hillier and easier to get back home and quicker, and cut at least a quarter mile off the trip back to the car. But since we're in this wooded area, which I have to be careful too because ticks might be prevalent, so I got to make sure when I get home I check myself really good for ticks again. So far, I've been fortunate not to be bit by one, but let me count my blessings right now, shall I say, and not jinx myself, and be thankful that the Lord has protected me thus so far. And so when you do come out here to the woods, be vigilant of that. Make sure you take a good shower when you get home. Obviously you're going to be sweating on a day like this, and check yourself very well. Check your legs, check your underarms and everything. Sometimes they like to crawl somehow and get into your armpits, from my understanding. So just be careful, vigilant for your health, especially for deer tick, because they are the ones known to cause Lyme disease. And like I said, I don't always have something to say. And we're on the right track when you can find a information kiosk about Crow's Nest Preserve being part of the Hopewell Big Woods, the largest remaining unbroken forest between New York and DC. Offers critical habitat wildlife, in particular several species of migratory songbirds like the scarlet tanager and the wood thrush. So that kind of reminds me a little bit of another local place I like going to when I want to do a short hike. By short, I mean that's a 1.3 mile loop over there at Landis Woods. So I've been there before. I've done several videos, but they were originally uploaded to to Facebook long ago, and it was with my mother-in-law. I think my younger daughter Hannah was with us. I'm not sure if my older daughter Haley was with us on the one. I know she was the first time, but we had been there like at least half a dozen times afterwards. So I'm being mindful right now. Sorry, that's why I'm not paying attention to you on the camera here, looking at the camera too much, because I'm encountering a lot more rock activity, as I call it. Rocktivity, as I call it. A lot of rocktivity on the path here. Big boulders, which is cool, but that's all it takes is not being vigilant, and then I found myself in the urgent care again, needlessly. But it is beautiful out here. Wow. And I'm not in competition or anything like that. But then I could say that I've been to somewhere I don't think the Wandering Woodsman's been yet. Although he may show up out here one of these days, even today for all I know. I doubt it, but then again, he might do it on a day like this. Or maybe he might have been intelligent enough to find a place that has a water source right near it. And I do carry a water filter with me, so that if for some reason I do run out of water and I do have a water source available, I can replenish from that, however long that may take. And I haven't had the pleasure yet of actually having to use it yet. So once I do, I plan to do I don't know if you want to call it a tutorial on how to water filter, but because I still haven't learned the ins and outs of it, but I can figure it out, and then just give you a quick refresher course, or if you've never done it yourself. So I guess you can call it a tutorial on water filtering. Now I'm having to change my hands frequently because my hands get tired from holding the selfie stick here, and I know I'm not doing the best job holding it up more level, and so you can see what's behind the trail behind me, and I should be doing more trail ahead as well, which I will once I get to a certain point. I feel that I should be at, even though I kind of don't have an idea where I'm really at on the trail yet. But looks like we're about to go uphill a little bit here. I did eat before I came, before I went over to Hopewell as well. I ate breakfast, a decent breakfast, and I had I guess what you guys call most people here in Pennsylvania would call a Slurpee, but an icy. They have many different names to give me enough energy sugar-wise, keep my sugar up. Now, again, I saw that green one. I don't know if this takes you back to where we just saw, or this is where it ends at. That short little 0.3, and it comes right over here. More than likely, that's where it does. And would have saved me a little bit of trail time here. But it's not about that. It's about the journey. It's definitely about the journey. It's not about, for me, it's about speed today. Sorry, because of right now we're in a cool environment because of the canopy and all that. So it's at least, I would imagine, 5 degrees cooler in here than it is out in the open. I do have certain snacks with me just in case I need something, which probably I know probably won't need it, thankfully, because I think I'm so sugared up. I knew I forgot to spray my face because of little bugs that stay by your ear. Oof. Rolled my ankle in a certain way just now, but thankfully I didn't twist it or anything like that. I just kind of rolled it a little bit to the side there, not looking at the rocks ahead of me, trying to navigate all this. Oh, do it again, twice now. Now I'm actually looking. Sorry, I'm have you that close. Should just extend it out. Now they're getting into my eyes. Oh, okay. Uh-oh. Now I gotta pay attention. I see a vehicle right here. It's probably the Natural Land Trust vehicle. Yep, it looks like it. So now I gotta figure out where I'm going. Oh, come on. I gotta get over these roots. And I didn't see a sign anywhere. I'm looking for something telling me where to go. Usually there's a connector sign somewhere here. Buried cable. I know it's not down this road. It does a big loop, so we might be out in the open again. Not sure where the person is here, so I can ask. Maybe he would know. Maybe taking a nap somewhere. No, maybe peeing. Now, let me walk over this way, back to this open area here. 9 times out of 10 it is. But it could have actually just zigzagged somewhere. And this is what I was trying to talk to you about, that it was nice to be in that shady part of the woods. And it looks like we are in the right place, because I see the path here continues along the edge here of a field. And it's just such a gorgeous view out here. Sorry for the bobbing as I switch hands. Hopefully be able to correct that a little bit more often. And I'm gonna have to, what do you call it, rehydrate again. And I'm glad I did, because there's a sign coming up ahead that I am going in the right direction. And we're going to go through. Now apparently there's a blue trail that goes down that way. But I am going to stick with the red trail and get it done. And we're leaving the easy walking fields for the woods again. So I'm being a little bit, more than a little bit careful now. This is even more bouldery. Now I see why they say moderate. Definitely should have thrown in my boots into the truck this morning. And notice I'm saying the truck and not the van. My van, I still have it. It's right now being used by my niece, who's home from college. So she works, and I'm letting her use the other vehicle for now. So I'm not sure if my SD card is segmenting again. Hold on, I gotta pay attention for those arrows. I found one. As I'm speaking to you, I'm conversing. I am gotta make sure that I'm keeping track of those trail markers. And unlike other preserves, they use arrows. They use these metal, let's see if you can see it. There you go. They use these metal arrows screwed onto a tree. Whereas most other, must be the first one through here. Just went across a spider web. So I must say that other couple that I saw as I was beginning the trail, must have not come through this yet. Oh, and I hope I can get through here dry. Okay, we can. And it was that crossing right there. So the beginning is not too bad in the open when you have that what do you call it, mowed path along the woods, as I call it. So, or go through fields or through something, pastures and stuff. And they tend to be out in the open on the hot blazing sun. So being in the deep woods right now is a sigh of relief, as okay, there we are. Had to get my bearings here, find the trail marker, blaze, arrow. And like I said, even if I don't end up using all this footage and just use about half, 3/4 of this footage, I wanted to give a sense of real time, an idea of how long. Oh, that's neat. Cool. Look at this, guys. They created a nice little walking path here for us. We walk over each of the stones, and I'm gonna see if I can do an angle but without causing myself any harm. Okay, lots of roots this way. Thought it was something else. So as I was saying, when I do a lot of my hikes, I like to use as much of the actual footage to give you a rough estimate of how long a hike like this can take, especially when you're not familiar with the trail yet. Never been on the trail before. And I must say, I'm liking the fact that they are putting stepping stones in some spots here. I know sometimes when it rains, these trails are flooded. You can get a little, and it makes it harder. Oh, cool. I love boardwalks or bridges. And now we come to that open field we was talking about earlier. Oh my gosh. And is it ever open? Crossing a little creek there. And I'm not sure which way I'm supposed to go, but I guess I'm going down this way. And this is what I was talking about earlier. See, there's so much variety here. We get a lot of this, though, this type of hiking on the trail. But I was so glad to have been inside the canopy now than being out under the hot beating sun right now. And then let's forget we're getting ready to go up a hill shortly. So just continue trekking with me and keeping up with me as we make our way back to the car. And then heading over to the 2 other locations, hopefully before they close today. I know they close by a certain time, I think by dusk. Most the other 2 places will close by. So I don't hope to be out here till dusk today, but you never know. My daughter's gonna wonder, where did I go? I'll say, oh, I went back to reshoot some more stuff. And she said, that long? Yeah. When you're out in the blazing sun, things don't go as quickly as they normally do. Like on a cloudier day. I need to be. I'm in somebody's yard, driveway. I don't see the any other trail markers around here. This one walks down this way. It might be through there. Let me see where it says the private residence on the map here. Sorry for the shakiness here. There's the private residence right there. So I think we might be over there. We come along. There's the private residences here. Sorry for the. I'm looking to see if there's any red trail markers. Because I see a pathway up ahead. I don't know if it's that way or this way. Alrighty. Oh wow. Look at the groundhog. Big groundhog. See if you can see him. He's right there. See him? Okay. Like I said, I'm hoping I'm going in the right place now. Because kind of lost my markers here. Now we're going all uphill. Which sucks. I don't mind going downhill, but nobody loves going uphill either. And I don't see not one marker yet, so I don't know if I'm on the right side of the trail that I'm supposed to be at. So it's an adventure for you, an adventure for me. Ooh. And again, like on a warm day like this, it doesn't make it any easier going up these hills, these trails. Yeah, I know that you don't want to hear that, but guess what? I have no choice. There's a little shade up ahead, a little respite. I don't know if I'm supposed to be on this side or that side over there. Might come up somewhere up here and join forces. And if I didn't, boy, wish I would have put my old trails map on today. And what do you call it? Tracked myself a little better. Of course, once you get to that house over there, it's a little bit, I don't know if I missed a turn or something, because I know when I went to the, looks like it's going back down. Oh, okay. It's going back down. Oh boy. Yeah, it's heading back toward the house that I just came from. So, what the world? So this might just be a, it's somewhere around here. I just need to figure out where the thing turned, because I have yet to see a red marker yet. And all that did was do a loop right around this one part of the woods here. So I was just on that side of the woods not too long ago. I was right up there on the other side. And now I'm on this side, back heading toward the house where I lost the trail markers. So hopefully I'll head back over there and get a good look at this map again, because sorry for the shakiness. Oh, come on. Sorry for the, I'm trying to get my bearings. I don't know if this is north side. Again, I have yet to see a arrow so far. I'm trying to figure out where I am on the Deep Woods Trail. I'm trying to get back. To where I started at. Now this could kind of, not necessarily hamper my plans, but slow everything down, and hopefully I'll be able to make the other two locations in a given amount of time here. And like I said again, I didn't see any signage when I came out of here. See, I went down, I believe I went down that way already, and it just goes around. So I just got to figure out where did I make my mistake. Because I don't not see a, there's the private residence over here, but I don't know on which side of the road I am here. I'm thinking that's the private residence. This is North Side Road. I came out there, so it's supposed to be down that way. And I already went down that way. Well, there's the road itself. Let me see. Because it does cross a road somewhere. So I wonder if it continues down that way by the residence. And not that way. I don't know what that was, but kind of looks like it does. But the road actually turns and twists and all this. This one that I'm on, I'm not sure if it does. Okay, there it is. So there's the barn, and then there's the house. And I do not see any, see, I thought it was going to take me up that way, but it didn't. I don't know which property I am on. This is dumb. Can't go obviously that way because that has an electric fence. And I went up that way, and it just does a big loop. So where the freak am I? I know the trail came up this way, joined up with me. I'm wondering if I'm right here somewhere. I had to cross a road. I crossed that road, I went down. Let me walk back to the trail. I might have missed something. Nice house, let's say. I know I missed something. Now, do I go this way? No, because that way just goes over there. I wonder if I missed something down here. There's an opening right here, but that's all it does. I don't see any red markers over here, so somewhere I missed something. And this is sometimes what happens when you don't pay attention to where your markers go. And even though I have a map in my hand, it doesn't always necessarily cut this shorter than I thought. And I'll see you on my next adventure. Till then, I'm gonna bid you adieu from Crow's Nest Preserve. Alrighty, I'll see you on the next one.